Good morning, guys. Today we flow through core and hips. Let's meet in a broken bridge on our mat. Lying on our backs with our knees bent, our feet wide, allow the knees to fall into one another. Gently place one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart, and allow the elbows to fall towards the mat. Close the eyes and bring the focus into the breath. Today we'll create long inhales and exhales that pass through the nose. Clear the mind. Focus on the most important part of your practice, the breathing. Slowly bring the arms up over the head and create small movements with the legs, linking breath to movement. Inhaling the knees to the right side of the mat and exhaling to the opposite side. Loosening up through the low back, creating some space. And then we'll stop with the knees at center, bringing the knees into our chest and wrapping the arms around the shins. Press shoulder blades and low back into the mat. And then extend the left leg long. Keep the right knee bent. Place the hands just below the right knee onto the shin. And bring the right knee to the nipple with an inhale, over towards the right side of the ribs with an exhale. Keep the left leg active, pressing through the left heel, the low back, and shoulder blades. Wind removal pose. And we'll keep the left hand onto the shin and slowly cross the right leg over the body. As we do so, the right arm will reach out towards the right, and we gently pull the chin to the right shoulder, gazing past the fingertips. Long breathing here, in and out through the nose. Slowly bring the knee back into the chest. The left leg will meet the right leg. Big hug here. And then we'll switch to the opposite side, extending the right leg long, leaving the left knee bent, interlacing the fingers just below the left knee. We'll pull the knee to the nipple with an inhale and over towards the left side of the ribs with the exhale. Right leg stays active. Press through the heel. Make sure the low back is grounded. Shoulders as well. Chin pulls to the chest slightly. Wind removal pose. Leaving the right hand onto the shin, cross the left leg over the body, extend the left arm out, gaze towards the left fingers. Keep the breathing long and loud, equal in length. It's good. Bring both knees back towards chest. Give yourself another big hug here. Extend the legs and the arms up to the sky with an inhale, preparing for some core work. Lift the shoulder blades off of the mat with an exhale. Reach the arms and the legs out to a hover with an inhale. Bend the knees to the chest. Exhale. Reach back out. Inhale. Exhale. Legs and arms long towards the sky. We'll repeat this 10 times, linking breath to movement. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, we bend. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, we bend. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, we lift. Keep pressing the low back into the mat. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Gaze to the sky. Connect breath with movement. Feel good. Enjoy the burn. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hover. Exhale, bend. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hover. Exhale, bend. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. You made it. Bridge pose. Frame the hips with the hands. Press evenly through the feet. Lift thighs, hips, belly, chest, all with an inhale. If you want more, reach for your opposite hand underneath your tail feathers. Interlace your fingers. Gently shimmy the shoulders under the chest. Reach forward through the knuckles. Press down through the pinky fingers and breathe deep. Knees over. Gently release the opposite hand. Bring the palms back into the mat. Let's lift the heels with an inhale. Chest down to feet as you exhale. Bring the legs up to a 90-degree angle, hands behind head. Let's take a few bicycles. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Elbow meets knee, opposite leg extends. We inhale, we exhale, we inhale, we exhale. Keep the gaze high, keep the heart lifted, legs active. Again, linking breath to movement, so take your time. Press through the heels, keep the low back grounded. Follow your breath, enjoy the burn. Another bridge to stretch it out. Frame the hips with the hands. Press evenly through the feet. Lift thighs, hips, belly, chest. Grabbing the opposite hand if you want just a little bit more. Interlace the fingers, shimmy the shoulders, reach forward through the knuckles, and press down through the pinkies. Relax the jaw, the face. Keep the breath long. Again, to release, we bring the palms back into the mat, lifting the heels with an inhale, starting with the chest and rolling down to the feet with the exhale, coming into a happy baby. We can catch inner edges of heels, outer edges of feet, or outer edges of thighs. We want shoulder blades and low back to press into the mat. The knees are bent, the legs are wide. We've got strong legs and strong hands. Both are pressing into one another. Let's go ahead and bring the knees together, cross the shins. We'll take one rock and roll to a tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, releasing the toes and reaching forward through the crown of the head. With an exhale, coming into a cat pose, tilt the tail, lift the belly, chin to chest. Inhale, cow, lift the tail, release the navel, heart forward, head high. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Make sure the triceps and elbows are externally rotated. Coming to a tabletop, your inhale, send the left leg back. Activate through the left quad, flex the foot. If you want more, add the right arm so the palm faces the left, thumb up. Spinal balance, long breathing. And we'll add a crunch. As you exhale, the right elbow will pull to the left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Think cat pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. We're taking 10 of these. Create some space and some strength. Reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Keep the leg active, the arm reaching. Relax the jaw. Breath is long. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Bend the back knee. Reach back with the right arm. Catch the outer edge of the left foot. With an inhale, kick the foot into the hand. Open the chest. Stretch the shoulder. Inhale, we'll reach in opposition. Exhale, hand and knee meet mat. Let's take it to the opposite side. Right leg will reach back. Right quad is active. Flex the foot, toe points down. Maybe the left arm reaches forward for spinal balance so that the left palm faces the right and the thumb is pointing towards the ceiling. After we balance, we add the crunch, always optional. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, the left elbow pulls to the right knee. Inhale, space. Exhale, think cat, round the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Right shoulder might be burning. It's okay. Keep it breathing. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Keep the leg active, the arm reaching. Relax the jaw. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. And we'll bend the right leg. This time, left arm swims back, catches the outer edge of the right foot. We kick the foot into the hand and lift up with an inhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead, come into a puppy pose. Keep hips over knees, reach the arms forward. Exhale the chin and chest to the mat. If this is uncomfortable for the neck, bring the forehead into the floor. Encourage the underarms down to the mat. Keep the low belly lifted, reach the fingers forward. Slowly shifting into a Sphinx pose with an inhale, activating through the legs. So we press through the toenails to lift the kneecaps. Elbows are energetically pulling towards one another. Heart is pulling forward and crown of head is lifting. Let's go to interlace fingers. Press through the pinky edge of the hand and the forearms. Let's go ahead and lift the knees off of the mat, coming into a body hold. Belly buttons pulling to spine. We're spreading through shoulder blades and activating through quads, finding a neutral gaze. Here we just focus on breathing. You're always welcome to lower the knees to the mat as a modified approach. Just take your time, clear your mind. Think about the length in the breathing instead of what the body is doing. And if you want more, add a hip dip. Right hip lowers, left hip lowers. We keep hips pretty neutral, swaying from one side to the next, almost touching the mat with the thigh. Keeping the belly button engaged, the arms long, inhaling to one side, exhaling to the opposite, keeping it going for 10 rounds. And then we release down. We send the arms back, Bend both knees, reaching for the outer edges of the ankles or the feet. And with an inhale, we kick the ankles or feet into the hands to come into a bow pulling pose, lifting the chest and the face, the thighs, all off of the mat, creating space for the front body, opening through the chest, stretching through the shoulders, and then releasing down to the mat. Keep the toenails uncurled. Press up into a modified high plank. Inhale, exhale, child's pose. Reach the arms forward as the forehead meets the mat and the belly meets the thighs. Curl the toes into the mat. Shift into a modified high plank. Inhale, exhale, caterpillar pose. Chin and chest to floor, elbows towards ribs. Inhale, low cobra. Press through toenails, lift chest. Exhale to the forehead. Press through the palms, high cobra this time. Inhale. Exhale to the belly. Take the hands wide. Lift the palms, press through the fingertips. Wide cobra. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder pulls to the mat. Look to the left. Inhale, wide cobra. Exhale, left shoulder pulls to the mat. Look to the right. Inhale, wide cobra. Exhale, back to the belly. Take the hands near the ribs. Curl all 10 toes to the mat. High plank, your inhale. Release the knees to the mat as a modified approach. With your exhale, shift the shoulders past the fingertips. And again, use the knees if you need support this morning. Elbows to rib cage. Release all 10 toenails into the mat. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, press through the toenails. Lead with the navel. Hips up, butt back. Downward facing dog, your exhale. Breathe here. Right leg high. Long inhale, create some space. Exhale, shift to a high plank. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Stay here. Inhale, dip, exhale, lift. 10 of these. Inhale, dip, exhale, lift. Inhale, dip, exhale, lift. Spread through the shoulder blades. Pull belly button to spine. Connect breath with movement. It's okay if the breath shortens here. Inhale, dip, exhale, lift. Inhale, dip, exhale, lift. Up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Fill lungs. Exhale, open the hip, bend the knee, and come into a scorpion sting. Press the heel to the opposite side of the mat. One big circle, right knee to left knee. Inhale, exhale, scorpion sting. Extend the leg, come up high onto the left toes. Create a big circle with the right leg staying straight. Inhale. Exhale, shift, knee to nose. Step the foot forward to the right thumb. Release the left knee to the mat. Come into a low lunge. Arms lift to the sky or meet behind head. You could take the hands to the thigh. You could also swim the arms back and interlace fingers, sending the knuckles back towards the left heel. Listen to the body. Find an arm placement that feels good on the shoulders. Send the hips forward. Make sure the right knee follows the toes. Lift the pelvic floor. With a long inhale, start to extend the right leg as you roll to the right heel. Reach the upper body forward as far as you can, and then exhale, fold over the right thigh, keeping the right foot flexed. Make sure the left hip stays stacked over the left knee and the low belly is lifted. Long breathing. Create space. Gaze towards the right foot. Shift with an inhale to the sole of the right foot. Peel the left knee off the mat. Stack right knee over left ankle. Use the left knee for support if you need it. Reach the right arm up to the sky, stacking shoulders. Gaze where it feels good. The goal here is to maintain level hips while stacking shoulders. Breathe deep. Gaze down towards the left hand, start to roll to the outer edge of the left foot, and then gently bring the right leg back into a side plank pose. If you need more support today, release the left knee under the hip. Keep the right arm reaching. Find a gaze that feels good on the neck. Keep the left oblique lifted, the ribs spread on the right side of the body, the quads active, stacking through feet, stacking through shoulders. Gaze down towards the mat. Come into a high plank with an inhale. Shift into a chaturanga. Shoulders past fingertips, elbows to ribs. Press through the tops of the feet. Up dog. Inhale. Exhale, leading with the navel, downward facing dog. Remembering to keep knees soft if you're feeling tight in the hamstrings. No need to force. Left leg will lift. Long inhale, strong and active left leg. Exhale, shift to a high plank. Stay here. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Keep the gaze floating forward. Keep the core engaged. Keep the breath active. We are almost there. Stay strong. Dip and lift. Link breath to movement. Feel strong. You've got this. We'll send the left leg up to the sky. Long inhale. Exhale, scorpion sting. Big circle, knee to knee. Long inhale. Exhale, scorpion sting. Lift the right heel high. Extend the left leg. Inhale. Keep the leg straight. Big circle here again. Sweep the floor. Lift to the sky. And then shift to high plank, knee to chest. Left foot, left thumb. Release the right knee to the mat. Low lunge. Arms lift. Maybe they reach for sky. Maybe they come behind the head. Maybe they rest to the left thigh or swim the arms back and interlace fingers. knuckle back towards left heel. Again, listen to your shoulders, listen to your body. Do what feels good for you this morning. Every day is different. The left knee is following the left toes, hips are moving towards the mat, belly and pelvic floor are lifted. Start to extend the left leg, lift the left toes, roll to the heel. Reach the arms forward with an inhale, exhale, melt over the left thigh. Keep the right hip over the right knee. Keep the left quad engaged. And the low belly lifted. Keep reaching through the fingers. Keep the breath long. Gaze forward, inhale, shift to the sole of the left foot. Ground the right hand under the right shoulder. Lift the left arm up. Feel free to lower the right knee for support. Keep the belly button pulling to the spine. Again, we're trying to maintain level hips while stacking shoulders. Gaze where it feels good. High onto the right ball mound. Go ahead, look down towards the mat. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot this time. Gently bring the left leg back. If you need support, release the right knee under the hip. Gaze where it feels good. Focus on your breathing. Find balance. Keep lifting through the right oblique and spreading through the ribs on the left side of the body. Gaze down to the mat. Come into a high plank with an inhale. Shift the shoulders past the fingertips, elbows to rib cage. All 10 toenails press. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Roll over the toes. Hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Right leg will lift up to the sky. Long inhale. Exhale, gaze towards the hands. Take the right foot to the right pinky finger. Right toes will point out towards the right front corner. Left knee meets mat. Left hand under shoulder. Right heel of hand. Inner edge of right thigh. Press the heel of the hand out towards the knee so the sole of the foot comes off of the mat, and roll the right shoulder down towards the floor. Feel a deep stretch through the right hip, and then roll the right shoulder in the opposite direction. So instead of towards the mat, away from the mat, gaze past your right shoulder. Gently release. Step the left foot forward, toes out, heels in, hands over heart. Stand tall, lift quads, drop back down. We'll take 10 squats just like this. Knees are following toes. We're rocking to the heels at the bottom and pressing through the feet to activate through the legs and the low belly as we reach the top. After we meet 10 of these garland squats, we'll meet in garland, dropping the hips down towards the heels, allowing the elbows to press gently into the inner edges of the legs, sending the knees towards the toes, making sure the shoulders are almost stacked over the hips, the heart is lifted and crown of head is reaching. Go ahead, bring the hands into the mat, step the left foot back, keep the right foot as is. We can keep both hands under shoulders or extend the right arm forward so the right palm faces the left and the thumb points up. Here, try to align shoulders and hips as you activate through the left quad and the low belly. Take both hands under the shoulders, come into a high plank. Maybe the right leg hovers, maybe it grounds. Shift into your chaturanga with an exhale, upward facing inhale, finally downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg will lift, long inhale. Exhale the left foot to the left pinky finger this time. We'll release the right knee to the mat, taking the heel of the left hand to the inner edge of the left thigh. Allow the sole of the foot to come off of the mat as you extend the left arm and roll the left shoulder down towards the mat. And then opposite direction, shoulder away from the mat, gazing past the shoulder, stretching through the hip. Let's release down, both hands under shoulders, right foot steps forward. We've got those 10 squats. Once again, drop the hips and extend the legs, come down, lift up, keep legs strong, belly strong, breath long. Hips down, extend, lift quads and squeeze glutes at the top. Keep the belly button pulling to the spine and the shoulders relaxed. Eventually, we'll meet in a garland pose to stretch out all the strength we've created. Bring the elbows to the inner edges of the knees. As you drop the hips, find the pressure, keep the pelvic floor active and the heart lifted. Take the hands into the mat. Go ahead, step the right leg back. Keep the left knee over the ankle following the toes. We can keep hands under shoulders or extend the left arm out, left palm facing the right and thumb pointing up. Align shoulders, align hips. Stay high onto the right ball mound. Take the hands into the mat, send the left leg back, high plank. Maybe it hovers, maybe it grounds. Shift to a chaturanga, exhale, upward facing dog, all 10 toenails press. Eventually downward facing dog, your exhale. Breathing here, quads engaged, maybe knees soft, right leg lifts, long inhale. Pigeon on the right side of the body. Right knee moves towards the right hand. We extend the left leg straight back, resting onto the thigh, making sure we're finding balance. Maybe extending the arms forward and melting the forehead down. If the forehead isn't quite touching the mat, you can create fists with your hands to create a pillow for your face. 2 fists or 1 fist is up to you. Continue to reach without shrugging the shoulders. Continue to send the left leg back. Remember, we're maintaining balance, so resist the urge to favor a side here in your pigeon pose. Let's go ahead and slowly come out of this. We will keep the right leg bent. Start to bend the left leg. Bring the left heel towards the left glute. We'll then frame the right knee with fingertips, shifting the shoulders so they're kind of squared over the knee. We'll lift the left knee as high as you can, flexing the foot, and we're pulsing here for 30. You should feel the glute engage. Keep the low belly lifted. Remember, you've got 30 pulses. After we take 30 pulses with the foot flex, we then point the foot and we take 30 pulses, keeping that knee as high as we can, taking the toes to the opposite side of the mat. So 30 pulses, keep the core engaged, keep the breathing long. You've got this. With control, let's slowly bring the left leg around. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take the right heel towards the left glute. Make sure both glutes are pressing into the floor. The right arm will wrap around the left leg, initiating the twist. If you want more, the right arm will reach up to the sky. The right elbow will then press into the left thigh. We'll sit tall and then twist deep as you exhale. To unwind, we'll lift the right arm up to the sky with an inhale, releasing the right hand down as we exhale. We'll gently swing the left leg back around, coming back into our pigeon pose. We'll then release the left forearm onto the mat so that the elbow is underneath the shoulder. Right arm will reach to the sky, and with an exhale, the right palm will press into the low back so we open up through our chest and gently gaze past our right shoulder. If you want more, reach for the opposite ankle or big toe. Keep the heart open and gaze where it feels comfortable. Unwind. Right arm lifts up. Exhale, the right palm comes down. Both palms come into the mat. High plank your inhale. Shift and bend. Exhale, chaturanga. All 10 toenails press. Upward facing. Inhale. Downward facing your exhale. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Pigeon on the left side of the body. Pull the knee towards the left hand, the shin towards the front of the mat. Extend the right leg long. Find balance. Reach the arms forward. Relax the shoulders back. Remember, you could always create a pillow for your face with your fist. 2 fists or 1 fist is up to you. Try to quiet the mind here and focus on the deep inhales and exhales that are passing through the nose. Send the breath into the areas of the body that need it most. Mentally preparing ourselves for some booty work. We will take our hands back into the mat. Remember, the left knee stays bent. We'll then bend the right knee so that the heel moves towards the left glute. We'll flex the foot first, hinging over the left knee, strong core. Right knee is as high as it can be, and we're pulsing for 30. After we've pulsed for 30 and you're really feeling in the tail feathers, we'll then point the right foot, sending the toes towards the left side of the mat. Again, keeping the glute engaged. Small pulses here, 30 rounds. Hey, moose. And then we'll gently swing the leg around. The ankle will cross over the left thigh. We'll hug the right knee in towards the chest, initiating the twist, gazing past the right shoulder. If you want more, the left arm lifts up. The left elbow will then press into the right thigh. We will sit tall with an inhale and twist deep with an exhale. The right hand is pressing into the mat behind us. Long, even breaths. Low belly is lifted. Slowly unwind and swing the right leg back around, coming back into your pigeon pose. The right elbow will come underneath the right shoulder, right fingertips towards the left side of the mat. The left arm will lift to the sky. The palm will press into the low back to open through the chest as we gaze past the shoulder. And if you want more, reach for the left ankle or big toe with the right hand. Let's go ahead and bring the left arm back up and then both hands into the mat. High plank inhale, shift and bend chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lifting through the navel, downward facing dog, your exhale. We've made it, guys. We've worked so hard this morning. Hopefully you feel it. Let's go ahead and release down towards the knees whenever you're ready. Go ahead, cross at the shins, and then make your way down onto your tail feathers. Find a nice, comfortable seated position, crossing your legs. Get comfortable. Find a place for your hands, maybe resting onto your knees gently with palms facing up, maybe palms facing down, maybe stacking one hand on top of the other into the lap. Do what feels good for you right here, right now. Relax shoulders, ground evenly through glutes, lift through pelvic floor, pull low belly in. Lift through the crown of the head without wrinkling the forehead or clenching the jaw. And just breathe. You've worked really hard this morning. You've built heat, created space and strength. And now you get to enjoy it. Rest, breathe, and just be. Slowly bring the arms up over the heads of the palms meet. Inhale, exhale the hands over the heart. From the heart to the center of the forehead or the third eye, let's take a deep breath together, inviting in positive thoughts. What we think about, we bring about. What we focus on will grow. From forehead to lips, deep breath here, inviting in kind speech. Let's choose to spread love and light. Lead by example. From lips to heart. We'll take a deep breath here and invite in unconditional love and forgiveness, most importantly for yourself. Please remember that everything after I am creates. Namaste, my friends. Go in peace.